Do you think a threat to the homeland is a discussion of vaccine efficacy?
I do not, Ranking Member Paul. And
if you'll have your staff read, and I think it'd be good for you to read also the Missouri versus Biden case, it lists time and time again discussion of constitutionally protected speech that has nothing to do with national security. So when you say you didn't meet to do with that, yes, you were meeting, you just disagree with the characterization of it. Were you meeting with social media companies to discuss content moderation? And your answer to that is no?
My answer.
That's the specific question. Did you meet with them, and were you meeting with them to discuss content on the internet?
My answer remains the same, Ranking Member Paul, that we met on a periodic basis with other federal agencies and a group of social media companies to speak with them about the threat environment that the homeland faced.
Right. And this includes discussion of vaccine efficacy, mask efficacy, Hunter Biden's laptop. Are these meetings still occurring?
Ranking Member Paul, they are not. We do not participate in any such.
And the reason the meetings aren't occurring is because a federal judge placed an injunction on you, and the Biden administration acknowledged that they're not having the meetings. So you need at least acknowledge that the court is talking to you about this and saying what you were doing.
Psychological analysis.
Enter the world of Senator Paul's disquietude as he grapples with the imminent rendezvous between the Department of Homeland Security, DHS, and tech industry behemoths. His curiosity is piqued, yearning to fathom the motives behind this clandestine gathering. Secretary Mayorkas, the helmsman of the DHS, sheds light on the agenda. A discourse ensconced in concerns of national security and potential perils that loom ominously on our nation's horizon. The government's primary mandate, after all, is to safeguard the interests and well-being of its constituents. Yet, Senator Paul's apprehension transcends these seemingly noble intentions. He voices trepidations regarding a more insidious aspect, one that broaches the prospect of governmental directives to muzzle dissenting voices, such as those critiquing COVID-19 vaccines or advocating against lockdowns. In his eyes, such constraints would infringe upon the sacred territory of free speech, a cornerstone of democracy. Senator Paul further alludes to a consequential legal battle, Missouri versus Biden, presently under the scrutiny of the Supreme Court. This judicial affair grapples with the government's stance when confronted by media entities that critique its handling of COVID-19 related matters. In his estimation, this case carries profound implications for the bedrock principles of free expression that our society holds dear. In conclusion, Senator Paul harbors an earnest desire for transparency and candor on the part of the government. He champions the concept of checks and balances, an intrinsic facet of our democracy, which he believes is indispensable for ensuring that the government does not overstep its boundaries and compromise the cherished values of our nation.
What do you think?